Hey guys, I'm Nick May from the Business Brush. Today, we're going to be talking about when problems happen. Stay tuned. So nobody likes talking about problems. No one likes to admit that they happen, but guess what? They do. I always tell my customers, when you paint as many houses as we paint, something's going to not go according to plan. So I wanted to talk to you guys today about how you should solve problems, because I think we have an opportunity to not only solve the problem, but to make the customer a lifetime customer at the end of solving the problem. And to illustrate this, I want to tell you a story of how you can turn a big problem into a long-time customer. Many years ago, when I was a young contractor, I get a call from our customer, and he's not happy. We were painting his house. It was a sprawling ranch, and our guys were scraping popcorn ceilings in the middle of the house. It was a kind of a weird layout. The dining room was literally in the middle of this house. Now, we had plasticed off the whole entire dining room in preparation for removing the popcorn. We had to have scaffolding in the room because it was about a 15-foot high ceiling. And the problem came in when the guys started taking down the plastic, but they hadn't taken down the scaffolding yet. And when they did the scaffolding, they dropped the scaffolding on the floor, which sent dust billowing throughout the house. Now, my customer had just had his parents fly in from out of town. I think it was Labor Day weekend. And right as they opened the door, this had just happened. So you can imagine my customer was not very happy. So he called me and said, "Nick, we're leaving and I need you to fix this." So I dropped everything that I was doing and I called a cleaning company. They were able to come over and clean the whole entire house. Now, we were alongside the cleaning company and we were cleaning as fast as we possibly could. A couple hours later, the homeowners walk in just as my team and the cleaning team are walking out the front door, leaving their house spotless. Now, the customer was amazed and super happy. He could not understand how we could get his house clean that fast. But the most important thing, he was excited that we responded very quickly. Now, obviously, it was a little bit of inconvenience, but he understood that problems happen. And there's going to be many kinds of problems that can happen in your business. Sometimes they're things that we've done wrong. Sometimes they're going to be problems that our team creates. And other times it's just going to be misunderstanding. I want to give you 4 things to consider every time a major problem happens. So number 1, you need to understand what happened. You have to get all of the facts. A lot of times we have a customer that is upset and they call us and it's just one side of it and we just react. And that's the biggest thing you have to avoid, is reacting to the situation. You need to get all the information before making promises, before doing anything really. Then once you have all the facts, you've got the information from the homeowner, you have information from your team, then you need to understand what was promised. What did you put in your contract? A lot of times it's not something that went wrong in the process. Sometimes it's a misunderstanding from the contract. So you need to go back and understand what was promised in the contract in writing. What did the customer sign off on? What did you promise? What did the homeowner promise? Then we need to find a solution. A lot of times that's going to mean money out of your pocket, but it's way more valuable to have a happy customer than to lose out on a couple of dollars. I have a rule with my project manager: if he can fix a problem with a customer for less than $350, then to go ahead and do it. He doesn't need my permission. And the reason why we set it at $350 is I know that our average job cost is over $3,500. And for us, that cost isn't a true cost of $350, it's probably less than that. And the last thing you need to make sure that you do, and I'm guilty of not doing this a lot of times, is to apologize. A lot of times the customer just wants to hear an "I'm sorry," and for you to take blame. And that will help ease the situation a lot of times. I know as the business owner, we get emotional about our processes, our business, our customers, and we take it too personal a lot of times, and that has a tendency to make the problem even worse. One other thing that I'll add, a lot of times what you might need to do is just stop before you go and talk to the customer and sit down and have a breath. Just relax and then go into the situation. Hey, thanks for joining me today. Would you do me a favor? Would you make sure that you've subscribed to the channel? Would you put a comment below or just give me a thumbs up if you liked this topic? And would you please share this on social media? Hey, if you've liked this video and want to hear more content about growing your painting business, would you join us on the podcast, the Business Brush Podcast? You can find it in iTunes or Stitcher or wherever podcasts can be downloaded. Hey, I'm Nick May from the Business Brush. See you soon.